Hola, chicos. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. We made it to the last week. Where did all the time go? Well, I hope that you have found so many aspects of this class illuminating and that you have enjoyed these short little lectures that I tried to do to give you just a little bit of extra support. This week, we're not going to do very much. We're just going to do a little bit on saber versus conocer, and we're going to talk about some of the additional uses of gustar. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, so if you use saber and conocer to talk about knowing things, then what is the difference between when you would use saber and when you would use conocer? Let's talk about it. Okay, conocer and saber are conjugated differently. So that's something to remember, right? It's conozco, conoces, conoce, conocemos, conocéis, conocen. And then it's yo sé. Sabo is not a word. Yo sé, sabe, sabe, sabemos, sabe, saben. No, they're irregular yo verbs. We learned them a few weeks back. So saber is going to be used when you know talents, abilities, facts, information. Conocer is going to be used to talk about things that you are like people, places, and things, right? So here's the main difference. Saber is going to be used when you talk about knowing informational things or things that are facts or things that you kind of like had to know information to achieve, right? So for example, sé su dirección, right? I know his address because that's information, right? Ellos no saben la fecha del examen. No, don't you know the date of the exam, right? That's also facts or information. Ellos no saben cocinar. They don't know how to do something. No, maybe they haven't learned. Or things that you know really super, super well. Like maybe, sabes tocar la guitarra o sabes tocar el piano, sabes cantar. No, these are all things that are more informational. If you talk about something that you know personally, like through experience, then you're going to use conocer. So if you say, right, conozco a Julia, I know Julia. How do you know her? You have personally met her, no? Or if you say, no conozco a Julia, you are saying, I don't know Julia. Maybe I know about her, but I don't know her personally because I've never met her. I've never met her personally, no? If you're talking about places, it's because you have been there, no? So if I said, conozco a Buenos Aires, meaning I have been to Buenos Aires, I know it, no? Or conozco a Costa Rica because I have been there, no? Or if you know things, it's because you know a lot about those things because you had a lot of experience with those things, right? So if I said, for example, conozco a los libros de Gabriel García Márquez, I know the books of Gabriel García Márquez, o conozco a la poesía de Pablo Neruda, I know Pablo Neruda's poetry. That is because I have read almost all of their poetry. I have experienced it personally. I know, maybe I've read biographies about them. It's something I know a lot of information about because I have had a lot of personal experience with it. Okay, so again, saber is more for information, whereas conocer is for people, places, and things that you have personal experience with. But in English, they would both mean to know. Okay, so again, facts, information, talents, and abilities, or how to do something or knowing something by heart, as opposed to experiential things, right? People, places, and things. Okay. So for example, no sé la respuesta. I don't know the answer, right? So I don't have that information. Sabes conducir, is it something you know how to do? No? But conocer, conoces a Eva. Do you know Eva because you have met her? Or conocí a mucha gente. No, I know a lot of people because I've personally met them and known them. No? Let's do a little activity just to practice, right? Okay. This one, I know how to play tennis and soccer would be yo sé jugar tenis y fútbol because it would be knowing how to do something. Ella conoce a Katy Perry because she knows her personally. She's met her before. Nosotros sabemos cómo andar en bicicleta because it's something that we know how to do, ¿no? Usted sabe la historia de Europa, ¿no? Because it's information. Ellos conocen a España, they know Spain because they have been there. Él sabe dónde está Nicaragua. He knows where Nicaragua is located, like the information about where Nicaragua is located on a map. It's not asking, have you been to Nicaragua? It's asking, do you know where to find it on a map? So that's information. Mi hermano sabe hablar 3 lenguas because that is something you learn how to do. Los estudiantes saben cómo hablar español. Again, something you learn how to do. Here, let's do this little activity also. Let's think about whether or not we would use saber o conocer. Esquiar, saber, something you learn how to do. El cine cubano, conocer, because it's something you would know a lot about. It's a thing. Hablar francés, saber, something you would learn how to do. Madrid, conocer, because you're talking about having been there. La actriz, Penélope Cruz, conocer, because you're saying you've personally met her. Saber, because again, it's information. Jugar baloncesto, because it's something, saber, because it's something you're talking about learning how to do. El arte de Salvador Dalí, no conocer, because it's something you know a lot about, or a thing you know a lot about. Los padres de mis compañeros de cuarto, conocer, because you have met them. ¿De dónde es mi compañero de cuarto? Saber, because it's information about that person. Okay, also in this chapter is demonstratives, things where you're saying like, oh, I want this or I want that. That's a demonstrative, right? Demonstratives come in both the form of an adjective and a pronoun. An adjective meaning a descriptive word, or a pronoun meaning it replaces the word, right? But they're both basically the same, right? And they're, in Spanish, we think of them within a proximity, right? As in the proximity to ourselves. So if something is close to us, let's draw a little shape here. Let's see if we can get a little shape. Let's say we're close, or we're a little farther away, or we're even farther away, right? This is how we will determine what adjective we use. So things that are close to us are going to use este, esta, estas, estos o estas, no? That's stuff that's very close to us, okay? Stuff that is not so close to us is going to use, oh, no. Okay, things that are not so close to us are going to use ese, esa, esos, o esas, no? So things that are a little bit farther away. And then things that are quite far away, or, you know, much farther away, huh? Let's go up a little bit, are going to use aquel, aquella, aquello, aquellos, o aquellas. I ran out of white space. So we want to think about it in proximity of closeness to us, right? If something is very close to us, we're going to use este. If something is a little bit farther away, we're going to use ese. If something is very far away, we're going to use aquel. So again, always thinking about it in relative proximity to us. So again, ese is for things that are a little bit farther away, no? And then aquel is for things that are very far away. And notice, right, that they take on whatever it is that they're talking about. So they are going to be feminine, masculine, singular, plural, right? Esta casa es mi favorita. This is my favorite house because casa is feminine and singular. Estos estudiantes son simpáticos, right? These students are nice, or those students are nice, right? And it's because estudiantes is masculine and plural. Aquellas sillas son rojas, right? Those chairs are red. And again, because sillas is feminine and plural. So demonstratives can also be used as a pronoun, right? In the sense where we might say, right, I want to wear this skirt, right? I'll wear this one, no? So again, we would use esta, no? And it would be esta because falda is the thing that it's replacing. So falda is feminine and singular. Okay. We already went over the difference between saber and conocer. Since we're just here at the end, we're going to cover two quick other things. There are lots of verbs that function like gustar, right? There's things like parecer, aburrir, no, fascinar, encantar that also work like gustar. And I talked about them a little bit whenever I talked about gustar. So, right, like encanta, no, me encanta tu vestido because vestido is singular, right? So encanta, no? Me fascina tus lentes because lentes is plural, no? So here are some other ones that would work the same, right? Again, it would be aburre or aburren, no, and it would be metele, nos, os, les, right? Like similar to gustar. And again, we could use the a with the person's name or a with these kind of pronouns to clarify, no? A nosotros nos aburre, no, for emphasis. Okay, and last week we go over the clima a little bit, but we're just going to do a little bit more this week. Okay, este es el clima, no, estas son las estaciones. Estaciones is how we say seasons, no? But not seasons for like television and things like that. That's temporadas. Estaciones is just like the physical seasons like fall, autumn, spring, summer. So we have primavera, and then we have 4 months that go into primavera, which is marzo, abril, mayo, y junio. Then we have verano, which is junio, julio, agosto, septiembre. Otoño, which is septiembre, octubre, noviembre, diciembre. That's where we're at right now. And then we have invierno, which is diciembre, enero, febrero, y marzo. ¿Qué tiempo hace, no? Hace calor, hace sol, hace frío, hace viento, hace fresco. Notice that in English we would say it's coldy, but it's cold, no, but in Spanish we would say, no, it makes hot, or it does hot, no, or it makes cold, or it does cold, no? So we're going to use a different type of verb. This is like when we had tener, right, where we learned that expressions with tener would be different than it's, like in English. This is the same, no? Okay, está nublado, o está nevando, o está lloviendo, o está parcialmente nublado, no? And then here we would use hay sometimes. Hay nubes, hay una tormenta, hay un tornado, hay niebla. Okay, en el invierno, ¿no? Hace frío, está nevando, nieva, right? Está nevando, meaning it is snowing right now, ¿no? O nieva, it snows generally, habitually, etc., ¿no? Hay nieve, there is snow right now. Hace mal tiempo, it's not so nice out. Hay nubes o está nublado, ¿no? Está nublado, meaning it's cloudy out currently. En la primavera, hace buen tiempo, it's nice outside. Hay lluvia, there is rain. Está lloviendo, it's currently raining. O llueve, it rains generally, habitually, ¿no? Está soleado, it's sunny out. Hace sol, it's sunny. O hay sol, there is a lot of sun, nor there's some sun. Hace fresco, it's very nice out. It's fresh outside. En el verano, hace buen tiempo, unless you live in Florida and then it's so hot we can't go outside. Hace sol, it's sunny, no? Hay sol, there's sun, no? Está soleado, it's sunny out currently right now. Hace calor, it's hot. Hace buen tiempo, it's nice outside. Hace viento, it's windy. Hace fresco, it's crisp out. No, it's fresh. Ok, ¿qué tiempo hace? En Puerto Vallarta, ¿no? Hace buen tiempo. Está despejado. There's no clouds, right? Hace buen tiempo, hace calor, ¿no? En Alaska hace frío. Está nevando o nieva, ¿no? O nieve, ¿no? Nieva, perdón. Aquí, ¿no? En Londres está lloviendo o llueve, ¿no? Hace mal tiempo. Hay una tormenta. En el huracán, ¿no? Hace mucho viento. Está lloviendo. Hay lluvia. En México hace buen tiempo. Está soleado, ¿no? Hace calor, hace fresco. En los Estados Unidos hace buen tiempo, ¿no? No está soleado, ¿no? Está nublado. Aquí, ¿no? Está nublado un poquito, ¿no? Hace buen tiempo, hace buen clima, ¿no? Ok, terminamos. Oh, I cannot believe that we finished. So we are done with all the lectures that we're going to do this semester. I cannot believe it. I hope that you have found these to be very helpful and that you have enjoyed this class. I really, really hope. I've worked a lot on it, and so I hope that you liked it. If you need anything, don't hesitate, of course, to let me know. And upcoming, the exam. So I hope that y'all guys are studying and preparing. Okay. Que tengan buena semana. Chao, chicos. Chao.